Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we'll watch another replay from the Scouring demo, and this will be a little bit shorter game. As you can see, only 20 minutes, which is definitely not too much for a 6-player game. Unfortunately, at the start of this game, few players will leave. Maybe there was a bad connection or something, I'm not sure. No one really said anything, but I think like 2 or 3 players will actually leave, so it won't be actually a free-for-all with 6 players, but there will still be multiple enemies that we will need to fight. So just to make it a little bit different, not just those long 2-hour games, we can also take a look on something a little bit different. So let's resume it. As you can see here, I'm starting with purple color this time, as always, with humans, immediately going for barracks and lumber mill or sawmill, as you can see here. And we are also producing some new peasants. Right next to me is another human here with red color, another human with orange color, another human with white color, actually power building the barracks immediately with 6 peasants. Checking if it's not the same guy as before, but this time it's someone else. Then you finally have at least one orc here with the blue color, and yeah, here was actually one player who just left. That was the green player who just wrote something. I don't even know what race he was playing. But yeah, right now we are down to 5 players. This is of course a good position for me because the player who left is next to me, or was next to me. So first of all, now I don't need to worry about defense from this side, and also I can easily take his expansions. Unfortunately, obviously, I don't know that the player that left was here. Now, as you can see, another player left, and this one was on the opposite side of the map. So obviously, unless you scout this, you would have to scout both of your adjacent bases, then you won't know who actually left. So this is an advantage, but you have to do some scouting to actually be able to utilize it. But for now we're doing a normal start with archers. There are still 3 other players. I think they will stay here for a while, but then maybe one more will leave later. But maybe also he will leave because someone will attack him, yeah, I don't know. This player is definitely struggling with food a lot. Now he's going for 2 farms, but he didn't even finish his barracks and sawmill. He finished now. And I already have almost 3 archers to start pushing, yeah, so we are definitely way ahead here. This player, he didn't even start his barracks yet, so also this guy is struggling with food. It's really interesting, many players are struggling with food. But yeah, now we are starting to kill these goblins, so we can take another base. These players don't seem too strong, to be honest. This game wasn't even too hard, but to be honest, right now I don't have that much time to actually record, so I'm trying to show you basically all the games I play. And especially when they are this short, it's much easier for me to make a video from it, so that is why I'm also showing you games that are maybe not as interesting as some 2-hour long insane push, but it's still nice to watch. Here I unfortunately lost one archer. I wasn't careful enough. At least I micromanaged the second one back, so he didn't die. But it shouldn't be a problem. We still gather lots of gold from this. Now we can make the base there, and everything seems fine. We have good infrastructure and food, and we are still spamming more and more peasants whenever possible. This player finally fixed his food problems. He already has 2 warriors ready. This guy has 4 archers, also doesn't have any more food problems. Now he's even maybe overbuilding farms a little bit, but at least he's producing some new workers, same as the blue player. And this guy never had actually food problems. He's probably also producing peasants all the time, but now he's actually going for smithy, so he didn't even make barracks. Kinda interesting strategy to skip barracks. I don't think you can do that. You can potentially go smithy immediately and protect the first night just with cannons, but I'm not too sure about that. Also, I don't think you can really conquer an expansion with cannons, but maybe it might be possible. Yeah, here the wolves attacked on the workers of the blue player. Unfortunately for him, he placed his logging camp kinda poorly. He probably didn't know the map, he didn't know that the wolves are here. If he had the logging camp here and harvested these trees, he would be totally fine. But now he has to deal with this, and maybe his warriors will even die there if he doesn't retreat. We will see. 2 of them are already pretty low, but now he leveled up to level 2. Another level 2, another level 2. But still on solo HP, doesn't have any potions obviously. He's also not hitting the same wolves, so all of them are low HP, they are retreating, but he actually didn't really kill anything. But he also didn't lose any units, so probably quite good. At least he leveled up himself. This player is still not going for barracks, not going for... Actually, sorry, he already has barracks, maybe he had them before. I don't know how I oversaw this. Maybe I thought that it's the town hall upgraded. Or he just built it now, he has some peasants there, but I'm not sure. But now he has barracks definitely. So he's making some archers, going for a guard tower, and here he has some barricades. Which is actually quite good because obviously I will be pushing there soon. I already have expansion, this player already started making his expansion as well. I don't really need to push anywhere, I'm just going for the second barracks. I have one archer to protect me here if I need to, and then of course 4 archers on the main barracks to cover the whole starting area. So pretty standard opener, nothing too crazy. I think it's just really safe. The blue player now going for Muncher Cave, so he wants to make some ogres really quickly. Here we see second barracks from orange player. Yeah, now some wolves are also running on me, so we will just kill them. And I'll also retreat my new archer to the barracks. Yeah, the red player is also getting pushed by the wolves, but there's only one archer. Now he will actually probably lose his barricades. He actually let the wolves in by lowering the barricade down. They will have to run around or they will be just stuck here. But finally the orange player is now also getting resources from the second base, so he's definitely gonna be the most dangerous player right now. You are actually struggling with the neutral enemies a little bit. But I mean, the blue player doesn't really struggle with that, but as you can see, he's not even getting any gold.
Our town is under siege.
We can maybe check the food. So the orange player is around 400, but he's a little bit in minus, but he has lots of in stock, so he's totally fine. The red player around 300, but lots of resources. Blue player only 200, not too many resources, and I am around 400 as well. Actually, the orange player now has a little bit bigger consumption of food than me.
Our town is under siege.
But obviously I had my base much earlier, so we should have more resources. He's going for lots of farms now. Neutral enemies again, I can't put more archers here, so I'll just retreat them to the second barracks. And now I have like 12 archers here prepared, maybe even 13. Ready to potentially push somewhere or just defense myself, maybe scout a little bit, kill some neutral enemies even during the day. Get some extra resources, just whatever I want. The player still didn't deal with the wolves, but maybe he will push them now, we'll see. They are all so low HP. Has the Muncher Cave. Not producing any Munchers yet. Orange player potentially going for some push, or not sure. He captured this neutral outpost. But as you can see, he's not going to upgrade his town hall yet. I already have fort, so I can already make knights if I would need to. Seems like the blue player is already going for the highest tier of his main building, which is Citadel, and that will unlock him the Altar building, that will unlock the rage ability for ogres, so maybe he just wants to spam them, even though he can already make them for a while and he didn't make a single one yet, so I'm not sure what's the strategy there, but he doesn't have too many resources, I think, since there is just not too many workers on the gold there. And now I finally also made some swordsmen just to bolster the front line of my army. So we can prepare even for that. Now I'm just farming some extra gold from these wolves, also to protect my buildings. Going for third barracks. I also made my stables, and we're just making a few more farms to deal with some food problems if needed. Just spamming units everywhere, both peasants and also soldiers. And actually the red player is now fighting a little bit with the orange player here. Instead of that I'm going on the other direction, which is actually good because I went the right direction where there was the player that left. So I have some free bases here. This is what you always want to do. If you have someone who leaves the lobby, you want to find his bases as soon as possible and capture them for yourself, because that is usually the goal, to actually kill someone really quickly so you can take his bases and gain resource advantage. And if you can skip the killing part, then obviously it's just much easier, much faster, and you will also save some units. Obviously you won't level up your army by killing the player, also you get resources by killing his units and buildings, but it's obviously much more valuable if you can get the expansion there maybe 5 minutes earlier, skip one night or something, and also preserve all of your units, so that's always nice. But yeah, seems like the orange player forced the red player back a little bit. The red player also doesn't have too many units, to be honest. But yeah, yes, over 3000 gold. You should be definitely spending that on something, also almost 1000 wood. But the orange player also has lots of gold. 1000 for the blue player. I'm also around 1000. But now I'm going for a base, so I will spend that really soon. Yeah, also the orange player could easily take this, because once again there was a player that left, and now you can see the blue player left, as I said in the beginning. Another player will leave a little bit later, so that was this guy. I'm not sure if he was the weakest, maybe a red player. There's lots of idle peasants here as well. But to be honest, this is more like mainly 1v1 between me and the orange player, where he will maybe weaken himself a little bit while fighting with the red player here. But at the same time he will gain some levels here, so I think it's kinda balanced. We both had lots of possibilities, lots of options to get some more expansions, because the players that left immediately were next to me and next to the orange player. Now also the next one is between us, so I think this is a pretty balanced 1v1 actually, just with some, let's say, extra neutral enemies in form of this red player. He didn't really fight with the other players. And now he said that he's attacked 2v1. I said sorry, because even though I'm getting attacked 2v1 in most of the games usually, sometimes even by more than 2 players, I don't really like to do it to others. Also it really seemed like that he's already basically dead, so I just left. So he can finish his 1v1 even though he probably had no more chance. But yeah, now he probably surrendered. The orange player will of course still finish him to get some experience and resources, so it's always good even if someone leaves. If you are in their base, definitely finish everything that is there, mainly the units. But yeah, right now we are in a 1v1 situation. We are across the map. I have 3 bases, he has only 2, but as I said, he gathered some experience and resources from killing this player. I don't think he lost too many units, maybe a few swordsmen, but maybe even not. So we are in a similar situation, but obviously now we should definitely also go for a base, either this one or this one. I think he saw a few of my units there, so he probably knows that I'm on the other side of the map, not like right next to him here, because he also didn't scout this area, so I could be potentially there, but we know that I am not. Now I'm over 1000 food, he's around 800, also gathering only so lightly below 700, so we are definitely way ahead here. I have 0 resources, that's true. Yes, 4000 gold, so he could probably make more units now, but keep in mind that I have a whole new base. I have definitely more infrastructure. I'm going also for a church, 4 barracks, castle. He's actually also upgrading to castle. In terms of knights, maybe a little bit more, or like a similar number. Probably also have a similar amount of swordsmen, but I have more archers. But I don't have any cannons, and he has like 3 of them, so that's definitely important. Now he's struggling with food. Now he finally raised it, but he also made more units, so it's still not enough. I was also struggling for a second now, but it's not that huge of a struggle. I'm definitely already working on it somewhere
Our forces are under attack.
there, but right now, of course, I'm trying to focus on getting some more kills. We'll definitely address this issue of food soon, but maybe I didn't see it for a while. But yeah, now we just finished this. I could have finished it with the swordsman on the top. Maybe you get more resources like that, but this is also fine. We gathered some resources from this. Now finally going for the farms. 1300, he's on 900, so we are still way ahead. He's still around 3000 gold. I have at least double food and also 2000 gold now, so that's okay. Unfortunately, my army is quite far away from him. He's dangerously close to my bases, so potentially he can now push me. He's even bringing his cannons. He's pushing during the night, which is always sneaky. And I'm also struggling with the food once again, even though I made some new farms, it's still not enough. Also, I made some new units as well, and now my knights are starving a little bit, but we have the church. He will be finished in a second, right before he attacks. And he will also probably slow himself down a little bit here by killing the neutral enemies. Not just near the outpost, everywhere, because he's pushing during the night. But what I'm doing in the meantime, of course, I can also take another base here. We'll see if I will bring the peasants there immediately, or maybe after the night ends. I already see a first scout here. It's a level 3 swordsman, so even without shield I'm not able to kill him with 5 archers here. Fortunately, he's not attacking on this base, because there I have only 1 barracks. Much smaller defense. Here I have at least more barracks in the back, so much better. But yeah, he's set up his 3 cannons. I'm somehow trying to hold it here with the archers. He doesn't have too many archers to kill my archers, and he's also not bringing his swordsmen on top of the barracks, so I'm actually able to hold him for quite a long time. Enough to bring my army. Unfortunately, now I actually fixed the food problem, but we are so much in minus that all of my knights are still starving. Fortunately, I have the heal ability, so if they drop low HP because of the food problem, I can fix it quickly. And now even when he's killing my peasants on farms, I still have good income of food, because I made so much extra. But yeah, now I have shields as well, so I can just easily push him back. He actually retreated with everything except the knights that he kept in my base, getting some free kills here, but overall I don't think this is too valuable. He's gonna lose so many resources. If we actually manage to kill some peasants and then maybe quickly escape through here, of course with heals and everything, then he probably could have done it, because I don't even have any cannons on towers or something like that to one-shot the knights. And against just few archers, you can easily heal that with heals and probably not lose a single knight. This way I was able to fully kill him. Also somehow protected myself against the knight. Here I got damaged a little bit, but I think I maybe only brought these 3 peasants here, so we either lost 2 or we didn't lose anything, and now I can quickly power build another base here. Still struggling with food a little bit, but now we fixed it, so we just need to wait a few seconds, and yeah, I can once again just heal everything with the knights anyways. Losing more and more units, and we still have 5000 gold, so I can even buy some potions if I want to. 1300 food, he's around 1000, and we have similar amount of gold. I have like triple amount of wood. He's also quickly making 3rd base. Unfortunately for him, I already have 3 bases and I'm making a 4th one. I will have it later, then he has this because there's more peasants here, but I still have way more resources by this point, and I also have probably much stronger army. It also have better levels. Mainly he now lost all of his knights, so all the new knights he will have here are level 1, which is definitely not too dangerous, so definitely quite okay with that. I also don't have too many levels on the knights, but at least level 2 here, for example. Not sure if we have a level 3 knight, probably not yet. We both killed some neutral enemies. Or maybe that was his guards there, I'm not sure. He has 1 cannon there again. Also some peasants maybe wanted to take the middle base, not sure. Wouldn't be bad idea, he would get a strong control point in the center of the map, but this would be probably safer to take first. I could have also taken more bases, but to be honest, I didn't really need more gold. I was probably already on peasant cap, and if you also need still some wood, and you also need to make new farms for food, it's just really difficult to have more than 3 or actually 4 in this situation working bases with decent amount of peasants. So you would really need to have all of your peasants already spread it across farms with just 1 peasant on each farm, and you don't really have resources for that this early in the game. But as you can see, with some heals, I don't think I even had potions. I just healed everything with knights, and I managed to kill him without losing basically any of them. I probably lost some swordsmen, but knights and archers are pretty much fine. I pushed him back, he doesn't have too many units remaining. I can actually still kill some neutral enemies, I will lose my archer here. Level 2 archer died unfortunately, but once again we gathered so many resources from it that it's worth it. And now I think when I saw that I had so many resources extra, I'll probably maybe heal, I mean not heal, I will go buy some potions for some extra heal in the fight. Here I'm making barracks as well, so I have some defensive option here. Also night will be coming soon, so we need something here to put archers on. And also another production building, that's always good. I guess I don't really have any more workers that I could produce. I'm probably on the cap because otherwise I will be definitely producing here. Only 3 workers is definitely not enough. I also don't have too many here. This is actually quite full. Basically empty already. But yeah, now you can see I have basically 0 gold. I have both potions for all of my units. Some of them still don't have a single potion, mainly the archers, but I at least bought probably double potion for all the knights and then like majority of the swordsmen, maybe even all of them. And with that I'm just bringing more and more units from my barracks. Wolves are actually harassing the orange player here again. Even though the red player was attacking them in the beginning a little bit, I think. Or he was actually fighting with them on the barricades. But I didn't finish them, so the orange player has to deal with that, but at the same time I'm already pushing here with my army. He doesn't have the smallest army, but as we saw many times, he doesn't have too many levels on his units, he doesn't have potions, and I still have probably more units. He's using cannons, so that's something I don't do basically at all. I don't really like the unit or how to play with that. But since they added actually in the last patch, maybe I haven't talked about it in any video yet, they added a new ability, which is like a siege mode for cannons, where they start shooting into the air and it's like a really long range shot. You just really random point of drop. Really random if it will even hit something, but if it hits, it deals not the biggest damage, but the main factor is that it has a really long range, so you can potentially siege with that some enemies that play turtle defense strategy, which you definitely saw in my long videos that people do quite often. So I'll try to once again play some nice long game where we will get to someone who is playing turtle, and then I will try this new ability. Maybe actually now we saw that he used it. Now we drop into the archers, didn't do much damage, it deals like 50 damage, but as I said, the long range is the main factor where you could maybe try to use it. So this is probably the only reason why I would use cannons. Sometimes you can put them in defense, but later you want to swap them for archers anyways, so you can farm gold during the night. But it's sometimes really good for early defense, so definitely the players who use them are quite dangerous sometimes. Eventually we force him to surrender, and now we just need to wait 10 more seconds for the replay to end. We could finish it, but we'll wait for the end. So we have the full statistics. Also I'm here with my units, to harass both bases at once, and replay have finished. So let's finish it here. We can check the results. As you can see, I had like 9,000 more gold than him. The other players really didn't do much, so it was mostly a 1v1. I produced a little bit more units, also a little bit more wood harvested. We killed like almost double of his units. Losses are reversed. And then we have constructed buildings, 11 more. And we also killed a little bit more neutral enemies, but not too many. He had the wolves there, some other things that he needed to kill, so we had similar resources from this, but in this game I had definitely way more gold from mines, so that definitely helped a lot. But a pretty quick game, nothing too difficult. Yeah, it was really easy. So just 23 minutes, but something different. Hope you enjoyed it, and next time we'll once again take a look on maybe something a little bit more interesting, even though I have one more game there prepared that is also not too long, but I don't think actually anyone left there, or maybe one player, but it was also quite interesting, so that is probably what we are going to watch next time. But yeah, take care guys.